3 weeks ago, you met someone, and they're perfect. They text you good morning, every morning. They remember everything you say. That band you mentioned once, they bought tickets. That coffee shop you love, they showed up with your favorite drink. They tell you you're beautiful, smart, different from everyone else. They say they've never felt this way before. That you're the one. 3 weeks. And you're already planning a future together. You've never felt more loved. You've never felt more seen. You've never felt more addicted. But here's what you don't realize. This isn't love. This is a hunting strategy. And you're the prey. They shower you with affection, not because they care, but because they're building a cage. Brick by brick. Compliment by compliment. Gift by gift. Until you can't imagine life without them. Until you'll do anything to keep this feeling. Until you're trapped. This is love bombing. And if you've ever felt this way, like someone was too good to be true, you need to watch this video. Because the difference between real love and love bombing could save your life. Let's start with the clinical definition. Love bombing is a manipulation tactic where someone overwhelms you with affection, attention, and validation. Not to build a genuine relationship, but to gain control over you. It's called bombing for a reason. It's an explosion of love, intense, sudden, overwhelming. And like any explosion, then it leaves destruction in its wake. Love bombing was originally a term from cult psychology. In the 1970s, researchers studying cult recruitment noticed a pattern. Cults didn't recruit people by being scary. They recruited people by being loving. New members were showered with affection, told they were special, that they belonged. That this group understood them in a way no one else ever had. And by the time members realized they were trapped, they were already too emotionally dependent to leave. Sound familiar? Now, love bombing isn't just in cults. It's a core tactic of narcissists who need constant validation and control. Psychopaths who view relationships as games to win. Borderlines, in some cases, who fear abandonment so intensely they smother. Cult leaders who need devoted followers. Abusers who need isolated, dependent victims. But here's the thing that makes love bombing so dangerous. It feels amazing. You're not being hit. You're not being yelled at. You're being adored. Worshipped. Made to feel like the center of someone's universe. Who would run from that? And that's exactly the point. Let me paint you a picture of what love bombing looks like. Week 1. They text you constantly. Good morning. Good night. Thinking of you. They want to know everything about you. Your childhood, your dreams, your fears. They listen, really listen, in a way no one else has. Week 2. Grand gestures start. Flowers at your workplace. A playlist of your songs. They tell you you're different, that they've never felt this way, that you're soulmates. Week 3. They're talking about the future. Moving in together. Meeting parents. Forever. And when you think, isn't this too fast? They say, when you know, you know. And you believe them. Because you want to believe them. Because it feels like the love story you've always wanted. But here's what's really happening. They're not falling in love with you. They're studying you. Every conversation is reconnaissance. Every gift is bait. Every I love you is a manipulation. They're learning. What makes you feel special? What you've been missing in life. What your insecurities are. What your boundaries are. And then they become exactly what you need. Not because they are that person, but because they're performing that person. Love bombing follows a predictable pattern. A cycle. Let me show you the phases. Fase 1. Idealização, the Pedestal. You are perfect. Flawless. The most beautiful, intelligent, interesting person they've ever met. They mirror you perfectly. You like hiking? They love hiking. You value honesty? Honesty is everything to them. You want someone who understands you? They understand you like no one else ever has. It's called mirroring. They become your perfect match by copying you. Examples. I can't believe we both love this obscure band. They Googled your Spotify. I've always wanted to travel to Iceland too. They saw it on your Instagram. You get me in a way no one else does. because they're literally reflecting you back at yourself. You think we're so compatible. Reality, they're a chameleon. Fase 2. Intensification. The flood. Everything moves fast. Too fast. I love you after 2 weeks. Move in with me after a month. Marry me after 3 months. And when you hesitate, they say, "Don't you feel it too?" Why wait when we both know this is right? I thought you loved me. They make you feel like you're the one with the problem. Like you're being closed off, afraid, damaged. So you say yes. Not because you're ready, but because you don't want to lose this feeling. Fase 3. Isolação, the cage. Now the cage starts closing. Slowly. So slowly you don't notice. Your friends don't really get you like I do. Your family is toxic. You deserve better. Why do you need to go out? Aren't I enough? They frame it as protection, as care. I just want to spend time with you. I'm worried your coworker is hitting on you. I miss you so much when you're gone. And slowly, you stop seeing friends. You stop going out. You stop doing things without them. Because the price of doing those things is the withdrawal of love. And you can't survive without that love anymore. Fase 4. Devaluation. The mask's lips. This is when the real person emerges. The criticism starts. You're being too sensitive. You're not as smart as I thought. You've gained weight. The comparisons. My ex would never do this. Other people appreciate me more than you do. The control. Show me your phone. Where were you? Who is that? But here's the twist. They still love bomb you, occasionally. Just enough to keep you hooked. Just enough to make you think, they're still in there, the person I fell for. This is called intermittent reinforcement. And it's the most addictive pattern in psychology. You become like a gambler at a slot machine. Pulling the lever. Hoping for the jackpot. hoping for that person from week 1 to come back. But they never do. Because that person never existed. You might be thinking, I'm smart, I wouldn't fall for this. But love bombing doesn't target intelligence. It targets brain chemistry. Let me show you what's happening in your brain. Dopamine, the addiction chemical. When you're being love-bombed, your brain floods with dopamine. The same chemical released by cocaine, gambling, sugar, sex. Dopamine feels amazing. It's the chemical of anticipation, of reward, of pleasure. Every text, dopamine hit. Every compliment, dopamine hit. Every grand gesture, massive dopamine hit. Your brain learns. This person, dopamine, good, point survival. And just like any drug, you become addicted. Oxytocin, the bonding chemical. Oxytocin is released during physical touch, intimacy, deep conversations, feeling understood. Love bombers trigger oxytocin intentionally. Constant touch. Deep emotional sharing, often fake. Intense eye contact. Vulnerability, performed. Oxytocin makes you trust them, bond to them, feel safe with them, even when you shouldn't. Cortisol, the stress chemical. Once the devaluation phase starts, your cortisol spikes. Stress, anxiety, fear. But here's the trap. When they love bomb you again, intermittently, your dopamine floods back. This creates a pattern. Stress, relief, stress, relief. This is called a trauma bond. Your brain associates them with both pain and relief. They cause the wound, and they're the only cure. This is why victims stay. Not because they're weak, but because their brain chemistry has been hijacked. Cognitive dissonance. By now, your rational mind is screaming. Something is wrong. But your emotional mind says, but they love me. Remember week 1? This conflict is called cognitive dissonance. And to resolve it, your brain does something dangerous. It rewrites history. Maybe I'm being too critical. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe if I just try harder, they'll love me like they used to. You become your own jailer. So how do you spot a love bomber? Here are the red flags. Red flag number 1. Too much, too soon. I love you after days or weeks. Future planning immediately. Constant contact from day 1. Real love builds gradually. Love bombing explodes instantly. Red flag number 2, mirroring perfection. They love everything you love. They hate everything you hate. They're your twin flame or soulmate. Real people have differences. Love bombers are chameleons. Red flag number 3, isolation tactics. Your friends are jealous of us. Your family doesn't understand you. I just want you all to myself. Real love expands your world. Love bombing shrinks it. Red flag number 4, jealousy as love. I'm just protective because I love you so much. Who is that person commenting on your Instagram? Why do you need friends when you have me? Jealousy isn't love. It's control. Red flag number 5, past crazy exes. All my exes were crazy. No one understood me before you. Everyone has betrayed me. Translation. Everyone who got close to me eventually saw through my mask. Red flag number 6, love withdrawal as punishment. When you set a boundary, silent treatment, cold shoulder. I thought you loved me. Real love respects boundaries. Love bombing punishes them. Red flag number 7, grandiose gestures over consistent care. They buy expensive gifts but forget your birthday. They post about you on social media but ignore you in private. They make grand promises but don't follow through on small ones. Real love is consistent. Love bombing is performative. If you're in this situation right now, I need you to know something. You are not weak. You are not stupid. You are not too sensitive. You were targeted by someone who is very good at what they do. and you can get out. Step 1. Reconhecer a realidade. The person you fell in love with was a performance. The real person is the one who criticizes you, controls you, isolates you, punishes you. Week 1 wasn't real. Week 1 was bait. Accept this, grieve this, but accept it. Step 2. No contact. This is the hardest step, but it's essential. Block them. Phone, social media, email, mutual friends who might relay messages. Love bombers are experts at hoovering, sucking you back in. They'll send apologies, promises to change, grand gestures, threats of self-harm, I miss you messages. Do not respond. Every response is a dopamine hit for them. Every response resets your recovery to day 0. Step 3. Reconnect with your support system. Reach out to the people they isolated you from. Friends, family, coworkers. Real people will understand. Real people will welcome you back. And if some don't, that's information too. Step 4. Therapy. This isn't optional. Trauma bonds are real neurological patterns. You need professional help to rewire them. Look for therapists specializing in narcissistic abuse, trauma bonding, codependency, PTSD. Step 5. Rebuild your identity. Love bombers steal your sense of self. You become who they want you to be. Now you get to rediscover who you are. What do you like? What do you want? What are your boundaries? This is your rebirth. Here's what I want you to understand. Real love is not an explosion. It's not a hurricane. It's not an addiction. Real love is quiet, steady, safe. It builds slowly. It respects your boundaries. It encourages your growth. It celebrates your independence. Real love doesn't make you feel like you're drowning. Real love teaches you how to breathe. So the next time someone comes into your life like a storm, showering you with affection, telling you you're the one, making you feel like you found your soulmate after 3 days. Remember, they don't love you. They're hunting you. But now you know the signs. Now you know the pattern. Now you know how to escape. You are not prey. You are not a victim. You are a survivor. And you deserve real love.